Great blessing to all. And what I mean when I say great blessing means I wish you guys nothing but the best, everything that you truly want and pray for. I truly want you to have a joyful life, and I really want you to prosper. Let's get into it. Let's get into it today. So, today I was listening to one of my favorite pastors, Bishop T.D. Jakes, and I want to get into faulty belief systems. But before I do that, I want to get into two Bible verses today. The first one, T.D. Jakes used was scripture Luke 5:1, King James Version. And one thing that he quote was, "We learn faith and faulty mindset cannot sit in the same boat. When we lack the courage to push past our limitations, we continue to live on a level of what we believe. If you thought it was too late for you, grab your nets. God is calling you to launch into deep." That's what he said, and he was basing what he was talking about on Luke 5. So I want to get into Luke 5 and read that scripture first before I start. I think it's Luke 5, verse 1 through 10. 1 through 10. Let's see. King James Version. If it pops up. Um, he stood by the lake and saw two ships standing by the lake, but the fishermen were gone out of them, and we were washing their nets. And he entered into one of the ships, which was Simon's, and prayed him that he would thrust out little from the land. And he sat down and taught the people out of the ship. Now, when he had left speaking, he said unto Simon, "Launch out into the deep and let down your nets for a drought." And Simon answering said unto him, "Master, we have toiled all night and have taken nothing. Nevertheless, at the word, I will let down the net." And when they had this done, they enclosed a great multitude of fishes, and their net brake. And then they beckoned unto their partners, which were the other ship, that they should come and help them. And they came and filled both ships, so that they began to sink. And when Simon Peter saw it, he fell down at Jesus' knees, saying, "Depart from me, for I am sinful man, O Lord." For he was astonished, and all that were with him, at the draught of the fishes where they had taken was so, and so was also James and John the sons. Okay, so we're gonna stop right here, right here, right here. So when I was listening to Bishop T.D. Jakes, he talks about faulty belief systems. And it made me really question when I think about New Year's, generations pass on to me that, okay, it's about to be New Year's, which what you got going on. That on New Year's, you're supposed to get a pot of pinto beans, pot of greens. Make sure you have $1 in your pocket, left pocket, because you want to make sure you bring in New Year's with money. Whoever you spend New Year's with, that's the person you're going to end up being with for the whole year, the rest of your life. We hear all this stuff, and there's no book written on these beliefs. There's no book written on how and what we should do. There's no book on none of these things. Where did it come from? Well, that belief's been coming from my mother. My mother got it from her mother. Her mother got it from her mother. and who knows where it goes, but it's been passed on to us by birth. And it lets me know that everything we go through has constantly been passed on to us by birth. My mother was a victim of rape. Her mother was a victim of rape. Her mother. The list goes on and on. So it was bound that when my mother have her daughter, or she have her kids, or my aunt had her kids, that we were bound to be victims of product of rape. We were, something was going to happen. So we experienced things that was put on us through our bloodline, hence generational curses. How can we break these generational curses? For me, I'm praying. I am praying. I am praying. I am praying to break generational curses, because I don't want my son to go through this. I don't want his kids to go through this. My mom, she spent more than what she have. She gives her all. My grandmother gives her all to her children. They will go broke and give their last to their children. We were never taught about finances literacy, how to manage money, how to save money, how to enjoy life, how to do things and travel, see the world. We were limited to these things. We weren't taught to these things. We only believe what people have told us that we were supposed to be. We were never taught to dream big and go to college and go see what the world has to offer, have your own business. The thing my mom was praying against me was that I don't have a child at the age 15, because she was a teenage mother and she had me when she was 14. So her prayer was that I don't get pregnant till after high school. That's where she set her belief, her limits went to. She never knew or imagined that God had something more planned out for me, that her faulty belief system was limiting me of what God was trying to take me to. Now I have a college degree. Now I'm in programs. I am in an executive role. I have two businesses that I run. I am opening up a charity in honor of my son and my daughter who passed away. I am help healing people. I am encouraging people. I'm being a global motivational speaker. I am trying to help people heal. I'm trying to help people grow and love and be their true self and be their authentic version of themselves, as long as they're not causing no physical, mental, emotional, spiritual harm to others. I want people to come as they are and continue to grow and align them with their purpose. My mother didn't have a dream or a belief that I could be this and more. She had limits on my life, but God had more to add on to me. Faulty belief systems, cultural belief systems. We can go to school, get educated, but if someone says something wrong to us, or we take what people say out of context, you will see us getting an attitude, snapping, reacting, harsh, cursing, wanting to fight, because we didn't take the culture of what we have been shown to us out of us. We didn't break our cultural belief systems. We didn't change our patterns. We didn't learn how to be better. We didn't know that you have to adapt and change where you come from and present yourself who you are supposed to be when you're in that executive room or you're in that classroom. There's certain ways you're supposed to have. See, when we're unfamiliar with something that is not normal, we long for old patterns. just like relationships. When you're not used to someone motivating you, loving you, caring for you, someone who's not judging you, someone who is uplifting you, someone who is giving, someone who wants to heal with you, someone who wants to grow with you. When you're not used to that person who has no hidden agendas, you close them off, you shut them down. God is trying to give you your blessing. God is trying to give you your help me. God is trying to give you someone to take you to the next chapter in your life, motivate you. The things that you said you never had, the things that you long for, God sees it and He's putting it in your face right then and there. And say, everything that you said that you did not have, that you long for, all the times you've been good, you had a good heart, and you gave it to those who weren't deserving in your eyes, who hurt you, miswronged you. God gave you all of that back to you in this one person. He gave you someone that teach you how to heal. He gave you someone when you feel weak, someone to uplift you, give you strength. He gave you someone when you're down and you low and you don't know where you go, where you're going. He gave you a person who's like, I'm here for you. I'm here to educate you for you to be successful. I'm here to show you things. I'm here to show you how to balance checks and books. I'm here to show you that you are greater than what people try to limit you to be. I'm here to show you that you are deserving, you are worthy. But see, when you're so unfamiliar with someone that is positive, motivating, intelligent, caring, and loving and giving, you shut down and you try to backtrack and go back to what you are accustomed to because you long for toxicity, you long for drama. It's that culture, faulty belief systems that we are so used to that trapped us here. So we shut down, we push those away that God has sent to help us, that sent to bless us, that sent to you to be a partner, to guide you. Now, if you're trying to make friends and you care about what people has to say about you and you care about what people are trying to do and you care about all that stuff, but baby, you might as well continue to do what you're doing. Because when you align and you start breaking away from old traditions and faulty beliefs and faulty culture beliefs and those who try to put limits on your life and say, um, and try to hold you back and say it's too late for you to be successful. It's too late for you to be that Bill Gates. It's too late for you to own your own business. It's too late for you to go back to school because you're 70 years old. It's too late for you. You can't do this. You can't do that because they put limits on your life to say, based off of social media, based off of culture, based off your race, you're not allowed to do this or you can't do this because you're only limited to what others say you are limited to. So we seek not only validation, but we seek approval, which is validation. Then we seek and earn to fit in. So we treat people and we limit ourselves, we limit our potential, and we cancel our blessings and cancel our purpose that God is trying to give us because we are so long to fit in for others to like us and us others to be by our side that we cancel our blessing. We cancel our blessing. We cancel it. And you can only help those who want to be helped. And you can only push those to people who go far based off their belief level. See, we have been so conditioned by our family, by generation patterns about we've been conditioned on how society view us. We've been conditioned how we came and we were stripped from our language. We were stripped for who we are. We don't know who we are. We don't know where we came from exactly. We can't pinpoint it. We've been stripped and conditioned and forced traditional ways upon us, but yet we don't seek knowledge or seek understanding. We don't break and eliminate these faulty cultural belief systems for we could become better in life, for we get aligned right. We care about others and what people say. We lust after things. We seek instant gratification, not getting prepared for what God is trying to show us. We don't shape and adapt and change our minds and strip our faulty beliefs and strip our faulty culture beliefs and strip what society believe what we are and the boxes and labels that they try to put us in. We don't strip and remove that anymore. Instead, we are content and comfortable with the familiar and the limits that is put upon our life because generations have said this is where we're supposed to be. This is only where we allowed. So it makes me wonder if Martin Luther King didn't say, no, I want to go sit at every restaurant. Rosa Parks, she didn't say, I want to sit anywhere in the bus. I'm not getting up. I'm tired. Hey, go find your seat. It's my right, just like your right. If Malcolm X didn't stand up and said, no, all these leaders, if they didn't stand up and broke generation patterns and generational curses that put limits and say, no, you cannot do this. No, you cannot be this. No, you cannot get an education. No, you cannot walk amongst other people. You're not entitled to these things. If they never stood up and broke generationals and faulty cultural belief systems that put limits on us and try to box us and stop us from being who we were designed or destined to be. Can you imagine? Can you imagine where we'll be at? I wouldn't be here speaking on a podcast. I wouldn't be able to have my jury line. I wouldn't be able to have my son. I wouldn't be able to do things on my own or live an independent life. I wouldn't be able to speak up for myself. But I still have to learn and I have to still break these faulty culture beliefs system and change my way of thinking and strip my mind for it could be unconditioned and to know that I am not going to limit myself and I'm not going to allow others to say that I am this or I'm that. I have been more comfortable and I have been sitting uncomfortable and I have been in this unfamiliar realm that I am now and I am liking the unfamiliar. I am longing for to knowing more of being uncomfortable. Because the more uncomfortable I get, the more I break these faulty belief systems and I remove these generational curses or patterns and I remove these words people try to put on me and say I'm this and I'm that. When I keep removing and removing and removing and removing and removing stuff, I'm finding myself becoming better. I'm finding myself becoming better. than I was yesterday. I find myself being more awoke, up. I'm up. And I don't have to brag to people that I'm up, but I'm starting to see things. And I'm starting to look at African American men like if we just unite and heal, you are more than drug dealers. You are more than deadbeat fathers. You are more than a rapper or a basketball player or athlete. You are more than what they say and try to put you as a poster child of what you are supposed to be. There are a lot of African American men who are good fathers. There are a lot of African American men who are stay home dads who run the household and they support their wife making a living. There are African American men that are surgeons, chief surgeons. There are African American men that own businesses who are they create jobs for other. There are Black men out there who are senators, are governors, who are lawyers, who are changing the justice system, in women out there too. There are men out there who healing and they're not in competition with their women. They love, they pour into them, they cater to them, they support them. It's an equal household. There are men out there who live a legit life, who works 9 to 5, who come home, who are faithful, who love their wife, who pray over their women, over their wives, and who know who they are and who stand up for what's right and wrong. There are men out there, but you wouldn't know that because of culture and faulty beliefs that's been given to us, telling us there are not. There are not. There are good women out there, but culture and society said they're not good Black women out there, that we're ghetto, we're loud, we're ignorant, we don't know how to talk, we don't know how to act, we're showing our body, shaking our ass, we're doing all these negative stuff that they posterize us. We are on welfare, we are this, we don't know how to give peace, we don't know how to uplift and cater to our man, we don't know how to be quiet, we don't know how to let a man lead, we don't walk and be feminine. They posterize that when it comes to Black females, strong women too. They limit us and make it seem like we're that, and that's not even true. You got women, I'm one of them, who likes to uplift her man, who wants to provide peace for her man, who give her all to her man, who allows her man to lead, who holds her man accountable but speaks to him in a gentle, soft tone, who understands his struggle, who supports him in everything he do, who educate him for he could do it himself, who's there for him unconditionally with no hidden agendas and no stipulations. A woman who is strong, who's independent financially, who gives back, who's well educated. I don't argue, I don't fight with nobody. I stay in my lane. I know how to sit in a boardroom and talk to people, carry myself properly. I'm not out here shaking my ass. I'm not out here half dressed being naked, and it's okay. But society has posterized us to believe that there that cultures and these faulty belief systems that we are limited, that this is who we are, and it's been passed on to us generation. We didn't even have a chance. Didn't even have a chance. As soon as we walked, as soon as we came into this world, they put it on us. We are this, we are that. So we have to change and break these faulty belief systems, these culture belief systems, and change our mind and let it be known that we are more than what they say we are. We have to stop being so conditioned and really wake up. Mm, 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 mm. Speak life into yourself, speak life into your situation. Know who you are and be okay with who you are. Be better than what you are yesterday. See God and say everything was going to be easy. He said, no weapon shall form against you shall prosper. He did say the weapon is going to form, but he did say it will not prosper against you. That every tongue which rise against you in judgment, you should condemn. This is the heritage of servants of the Lord, and their righteousness is for me, says the Lord. So I know there's going to be people who's going to form weapons against me. I know there's going to be people that's going to challenge me. I know there's going to be people that's going to try to get me back to who I was years ago. There are going to be people out there that's going to try to make you be what you're trying not to be. If you grew up in a home where there was domestic violence and you watched your mother get her butt kicked, and you watch your father be suicidal and an alcoholic and all this, you see all this, and you know for a fact you're trying to be better than what you grew up. Know that there's going to be people, relationships, people are going to try and test you and take you back to the generations that you're trying to break this curse, for you won't be that. But they're going to try to take you back and set you up to react, for you could live in a home full of toxic and domestic violence. But you gotta say no. You gotta say I will not. You gotta say I won't be what you claim that I am going, that what my mother has experienced, what my grandmother has experienced, what my great grandmother has experienced. I will not be the curse that hunted my family for years any longer. And sometimes you have to walk away for certain relationships because we're trying to break things because we want our children to see there's more to life than this. There's no limitations on you. You can be and do whatever you want as long as it's not causing harm to no one, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, harm to no one. Go live out your dream and be who God designed you to be. Walk within your purpose. But we have to break these faulty cultural belief systems, these faulty social media belief system. We have to break it. Learn, educate yourself, break these patterns, keep growing and healing, and know you're not what they try to posterize you to be. You are more, and there's no limits or stipulations upon you. It's time to wake up. So what are you going to do when God bless you and he gives you everything you ever wanted and more in life? What are you going to do when you never experience love and God give you someone who motivates you and care about you with no hidden agendas, and he gives you everything that you have give to others that people have took for granted? He finally bless you and give you that in life. What are you going to do? What are you going to do with it? Are you going to shut down and push it away? Are you going to go back to your faulty belief, your faulty culture belief that what people pour and put in you? Are you going to do that? When it's time to wake up, it's time to wake up. Stop canceling your purpose. Quit canceling your beliefs. Quit canceling what God is designing and lining you up to be in life. We came too far. There's no turning back now. So let's do it. God, I just want to say thank you for today. Thank you for the wisdom, the knowledge, the education. Thank you for surrounding me with people and resources to help me become better each day. Thank you for removing all the faulty systems out of my life, all the beliefs that was given to me by birth, all the generation curses that was given to me by birth. Thank you for removing it out of my life, removing out of others' life. Continue to guide me, continue to love me, continue to walk with me through this. I wish everybody nothing but love, blessings. Pour into yourself, love onto yourself, be kind and gentle with yourself. It starts with you. Or you could continue the same pattern and continue doing what you're doing. May God be love, and may you be a blessing to others as they are a blessing to you. Amen.